Good evening and welcome to West Des Moines Valley Stadium. Dar Danielson here alongside Justin Forster. And it seems like it's been like over a year since we did that shootout playoff semifinal. And, well, it has been, Justin, hasn't it? We're back, ready to do Menace soccer once again.
Back and excited to be back, that's for sure. It's been, I don't know, it has been over a year ago since that semi-final defeat against Flint. And I think there's a lot on their minds right now with the staff and the players about the revenge and having a great season and maybe kicking off to a good season here.
Yeah, and we always talk, season to season players change. Well, this has been a whole year off and a lot of changes for the Menace, but there's a lot of excitement about this team that they've put together for this season here. Yeah,
there's a lot of buzz within the squad. I was talking to Charlie Bales, the general manager, earlier, and he's really excited about what the sort of players have come in this year and the caliber and the potential that they've brought in. The coach has done a remarkable job of recruiting, and he says that this squad here is way better than what it was about a year ago.
And the reason they're able to get good players is part of that. 2 straight seasons undefeated. The last one was 11-0-3. The only loss came in that semifinal. So really, Des Moines Menace have built a great reputation, haven't they?
Yeah, they have over the past 10 years, really. Carl Cross has done a great job, the owner of the club. And he's built this organization and he's brought them to where they are at this point. But yeah, you're right. But it's just the final pinch at the end is they do so well. They get to the semifinals and then they hit the brakes and they just can't get through to the finals. And hopefully this could be the year.
Let's tell people a little bit about the Menace players. These are guys who are playing in college, and they're looking here in the USL too to get a look to maybe move up higher, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And some of them are looking to play in the pros. Some are looking to just play. But I think most of these guys here are looking to move on into the USL Championship or just to become professionals once they're done with college. And I think that's what they're looking for, is the big pro contract at the end of it.
Well, we're had a little rain that delayed our start here a bit. It rained pretty good. We need the rain. We don't need it during the game. And match, it looks like it's holding off. It's blew off to the south, but looks like we'll have good weather here, and we should be able to get started here finally after a little bit of delay. And only appropriate after waiting a year. We could wait just a touch longer now here for this one.
Well, I tell you what, when that storm came through at 6 o'clock, I was wondering if this was ever going to go ahead, but it just blew through, and just excited to get going, get the first game started, and let's just get going. Yeah, it's exciting stuff moving forward, and the squad looks good, the shape looks good, the warm-up looked good. These guys are all ready to go.
All right, well, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk more about the Menace and also about their opponent coming up here tonight on CISN.TV.
With over 260 beers on tap, El Bait Shop isn't just another craft beer bar. It's the best. Beer lovers know. El Bait Shop, 200 Southwest 2nd, Des Moines.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
There's a new spin on casual dining near Drake University. Lucky Horse Beer and Burgers. Craveable faves, flatbreads, delicious burgers, frozen cocktails, and a crazy cool vibe. Get to Lucky Horse Beer and Burgers today.
Central Bank opened its doors in 1877 and has been proud to call Iowa home ever since. For more than a century, our family-owned business has worked hand-in-hand with friends and neighbors across the state to make their dreams a reality. Come visit us at our new location on Hickman and Waukee and see how Central Bank can make it happen for you.
There's more Iowa in the Iowa Tap Room than you may realize. Housed in a building nearly as old as Iowa itself, the Iowa Tap Room greets you with a harvest of 120 Iowa craft beers on tap from all corners of the state. And the food doesn't get much more Iowa than this. Iowa Tap Room. All Iowa beer, one amazing place.
Pizza by the rules? No thanks. That's never been our style. At Fong's, we're all about making great pizza with handmade crust and premium toppings. From a new spin on the classics and truly Iowan originals to our world-famous crab rangoon, this is how Fong's does pizza. Side your pizza with one of our signature appetizers and a tiki drink. Eat in or take out. Ankeny, Drake neighborhood on Forest, and downtown. Fong's Pizza.
Here at Valley Stadium, getting ready to start off the USL 2 season, Dart Danielson, along with Justin Forster, the Des Moines Menace here, ready to kick it off after waiting a year to get back out here and play. And they'll be taking on Green Bay tonight. And time now to check out some of the players we're going to be watching here tonight, Justin.
Yeah, the Menace have come in with an international side pretty much. I mean, they've got players from Spain, Germany, England, France. They have one US player, the goalkeeper Trent. But it looks like
Jake Ashford is the one we're talking about for Green Bay, and 17 points, 5 assists, and 6 goals in the last season that he played, and he'll be one to watch here tonight for Green Bay. And then for the Menace, Kingsford Adge, he's had 18 points, 9 goals in the last season that he played. And you were mentioning it, quite a different lineup here, too. Different players, heavy on Spain, heavy on foreign players in. And we do have one American player here, right? Yes, we do. It's Trent in goals. But take note of how many goals some of these players have scored. So Adji's from Ghana originally, but he's playing in one of the 2-10s in the attacking formation in the 3-4-3, and he'll be a formidable force and looking to link up with Kamatani. He's the Japanese number 9, so he's playing up front, and then Alvalda from Spain. He'll also be playing in like the 8-10 position. But just underneath them, you're going to have Adwaya is wearing jersey number 14 from England, Borna jersey number 12 from Germany, and they'll sit him behind. But I'm sure there'll be some kind of a rotation. From what I remember from a couple of years ago, from the last season when Mark McGeever was here. Looking out to the left, we've got Harvino from Spain, or Harvino from Spain. Harvino from France. So I'm trying to get the pronunciations right at the same time. And then at the back, we're going to have Suarez on the right in the 3-back system. Shelton, Suarez, by the way, is from Spain. Shelton is the centre-back from England. Fernandez to the left from Spain. He's wearing jersey number 5. And in goal is Trent. And he is the one American player that is in the starting lineup today. Yeah, Trent Holden in goal for the Menace. And I know I've asked you this before as a coach. You practice and you try to simulate things, but this is kind of the first game situation for these guys, especially with a new team and everybody's new. And how do you think, does it take a little time then to adjust to that before you get into a rhythm? Yeah, it does actually. I mean, it does take a bit of time and training. You're going to have inter-squad scrimmages. You're looking to build a chemistry between players in certain positions and how they will blend together. So, for example, let's take how are the back three going to work together in coordination with the goalkeeper. So you've got Fernandez, Shelton, and Suarez. Communication across the back three, I mean, it's very, very important. I believe that all three players are very athletic and they're very technical on the ball, is what you need at the back, especially if you're playing with a 3-back system. When you look at some of the combinations, so you've got to make sure that Alvaldo and Adji can combine really well with the Kamatani, the number 9 up front for the Menace. And within their combinations is like movements off the ball. And I think that what they'll do is they'll push them up high on the line. So the 2-10s will push up. Alvalda and Adji will push high on the line. And then you'll find that Thomas will move up to the far right and stretch them a bit. And then Hovino on the left will stretch them up front. But
you'll find them finding little gaps in the space as well to come in and get the ball. So it'll be interesting. I want to see if they still play the same as what they did the last time around. But
yeah, and then we'll talk. We're going to take a break, but we'll come back. We'll talk too about how do you scout your opponent and know what they're going to do. When you first it's the opening season game, and then they haven't played in a year. But we'll talk about that when we come back. We're getting ready for Des Moines Menace soccer here at Valley Stadium. We'll take a break. Be back with more after this on CISN.TV.
Not all used vehicles are created equal.
DeArmond certified used vehicles have a big advantage. All makes and models 2011 or newer with under 75,000 miles receive a 175-point inspection, Carfax report, 2 oil changes, collision deductible coverage, and wheel, dent, and windshield repair.
Also, all DeArmond certified come with 2 warranties. A 1-year 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper and a 2-year 100,000-mile powertrain. Only sold at the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola.
There's a new spin on casual dining near Drake University. Lucky Horse Beer and Burgers. Craveable faves, flatbreads, delicious burgers, frozen cocktails, and a crazy cool vibe. Get to Lucky Horse Beer and Burgers today.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away. Delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
The Chicken in Orilla is a classic roadhouse joint serving chicken any way you want. All hand-cut, hand-breaded, and 100% satisfying. Chicken, just like your mama used to make. Bring the whole fam for all their favorites, and chicken so good you'll know why we could only call ourselves the Chicken. In the middle of nowhere, but just minutes from everywhere.
Here at Valley Stadium, getting ready for the USL 2 league game. Dar Danielson, Justin Vorster, the Menace, and Green Bay. And before we went to the break, we're talking about Green Bay. They haven't played in a year, and it's the opening game of the season. You try to go by what their coach does and his philosophy. The same coach, Brian Kemmler here, he's been with them for a while. Is that what you maybe kind of look at in trying to decide how you might play them or how they're going to try to play you?
Yeah, notably, if a coach has been with the team for a consistent amount of years, what they'll do is probably play the same kind of style and shape. So, I'm trying to figure out, and I've tried to research a bit, but there's not much on them at the moment. So I'm going to try and figure out in the first 5 minutes. But if he's played a 4-3-3, that's what he's going to stick to. And then we've got to look out for the key players in the team, and just based on the shape.
But these two teams did meet in 2019. The Menace won 2-0, and then they tied in the second matchup. It was a 0-0 tie in that one, but of course that was 2 years ago. As you see the teams out now, the Menace in the black-red uniforms, Green Bay in all the white, new uniforms. And getting ready for the starting lineups. And I think purple's the first time I've seen a purple jersey for a keeper here. And now
Goalkeepers always come out with some colorful uniforms, kit styles.
Number 16, Captain James Thomas. Number 1, keeper, Trent Holden. Alberto Suarez. Danny Fernandez. Kingsford Odd. Hugo Kamatani. Paul Jimenez Alvelda. Lucas Horner. Chandler O'Dwyer. And Alex Corvino. We are thrilled to welcome back Menace head coach Mark McKeever to the Moines. Coach McKeever is assisted by Dean Gray and Jesse Coleman. Tonight's referees are Brandon Fry, Sean Giza, Daniel Lopez, and Amos Purcell. And let's hear it for the Menace's mascot, Maniac. At this time, we ask all who are able to, please rise for our national anthem.
Let's take a break. We'll be back with the kickoff after this.
More Iowa in the Iowa Tap Room than you may realize. Housed in a building nearly as old as Iowa itself, the Iowa Tap Room greets you with a harvest of 120 Iowa craft beers on tap from all corners of the state. And the food doesn't get much more Iowa than this. The Iowa Tap Room, all Iowa beer, one amazing place.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Central Bank opened its doors in 1877 and has been proud to call Iowa home ever since. For more than a century, our family-owned business has worked hand-in-hand with friends and neighbors across the state to make their dreams a reality. Come visit us at our new location on Hickman and Waukee and see how Central Bank can make it happen for you.
Pizza by the rules? No thanks. That's never been our style. At Fong's, we're all about making great pizza with handmade crust and premium toppings. From a new spin on the classics and truly Iowan originals to our world-famous crab rangoon, this is how Fong's does pizza. Side your pizza with one of our signature appetizers and a tiki drink. Eat in or take out. Ankeny, Drake neighborhood on Forest, and downtown. Fong's Pizza.
Here at Valley Stadium, finally ready to get it underway. You see the Menace. They're breaking the huddle. After a year's wait, we are set to get the season underway. It's been a long wait for a lot of people, and even a little bit longer, a little bit of a rain delay tonight as we had a pretty good thunderstorm. Man, there were some real lightning strikes coming through here. For a minute, I was kind of wondering if we should even take the elevator up to the press box here, the way that lightning was striking early on.
Yeah, I arrived as the storm came down. I was stuck in the parking lot for about 10 minutes. It's not like we were late, Dar. I mean, the game's been delayed, and like you said, it's just exciting to get the game on the go. And I'm glad we're back, and I'm looking forward to some excitement here with this new look Des Moines Menace squad. that Coach McGeever has put together.
You see the starting lineup here for Green Bay. The Voyageurs, and we'll check the lineup for the Menace. As you see them, they were talking about the lineup.
Yeah, Jordan, we got Trent in goal from left to right at the back. We'll have Fernandez, Shelton central, the towering centre back from England, Suarez on the right from Spain. The four in the midfield, the two holding will be O'Dwyer, number 14, Borna, number 12, Thomas on the right in the 7. He's from England as well. Hovino on the left from France. And then we'll have Adji and Alvaldo, who will be supporting Kamatani from Japan. And like I said, it's an international team, but they do have one American on it, and he's the goalkeeper.
Underway, they drop it back, kick it down deep right away, and headed away by the Menace. It'll be a throw for Green Bay as Abram Hill comes over, throw it in, and knocked out by the Menace. Kamatani knocked it out, and a throw in again, well defended by the Menace. Now they try to counter, and they get it going back the other way. Hodge there with it, working with Kamatani as they move up front. Throw in by Suarez, and they'll drop it back to Holden. Here come the Menace. Send it back over the other side. Skelton. Up ahead. Just trying to figure out shape here. Now quickly up the side. Oh, there's Kamatari. And that'll stay with the Menace. They'll get the throw on the far side.
Yeah, you can see how Green Bay Voyageurs have dropped off. They've shaped up pretty well into a 4-2-3-1, and it changes to a 4-1-4-1. They right now just trying to stay a little more organized. The Menace trying to figure them out. And at that one particular point, they did find a pocket of space as the line opened up to play the ball deep down the field.
Here's the throw in, coming in, headed back, goal! Was it Kamatari?
That's the goal that they needed in the first 2.5 minutes.
And let's see the replay here of it.
So you see the long throw coming in there, Dar. Straight into the box. Lovely flick on there. And the movement off the ball was actually scored by O'Dwyer.
O'Dwyer?
Yep.
Okay.
The towering Englishman breaking inside his defender and just nodding the ball into the back of the net. This is a great start, Dar, from the Des Moines Menace.
So they get the throw in. They take advantage of it. Now they're back on the attack the other way. Through the middle, and almost got a foot on that one, but the keeper comes up. Johnson.
Tell you what, there's a little bit of energy here about the Menace. What a great ball played in from the left-hand side, and there was Adji coming in. Just didn't manage to get his foot to the ball. But it shows some promise here.
And right away, the Menace on the board. Now they're trying to gain control again. They do. They'll drop it back. Up in the middle, handled by Green Bay. Hill. Now they'll move it over to the other side. Up through, headed back up by Suarez. Now knocked down, kept alive by Kamatari, but Green Bay is going to get to it.
Just a little bit of a mix-up there with the communication. But you can see the players are eager now to get involved. That goal has just brought some momentum to them within the first 5 minutes.
Wakes you up with that adrenaline charge early, doesn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, from the past, I'm so motivated to be back here again, Dad. It's like we've missed out a whole year, and
Yeah.
And what's normally happened is the Menace have tried to build up and figure out the opposition, and break them down. They've had chances and missed, but this is so great to see them score on the first opportunity, and so hopefully they can maintain this.
Here's Green Bay. Tackled by the defender and back to the keeper.
That was O'Dwyer with the tackle.
And got a Green Bay player down here.
I believe that was the player that was went into the challenge.
Yeah.
I mean, it was very, very close, to be honest with you.
And checking on him. Now he'll get up. That is Nick Ronich. And he is up, walking over gingerly, as you see there, to the side. And it'll go off, and it'll be a throw for Green Bay on the far side. They'll throw it into the keeper. This play was stopped there. And Skelton with it in the middle. Sends it straight up. Now quickly up the outside.
Thomas with a nice ball.
Right side. Looking for something there. Armentani gets by. Shoots it in. Right to the keeper.
The Des Moines Menace have pushed Green Bay Voyageurs so deep into their half that even the back three are able to push about 10 yards inside Green Bay's half. So, I mean, there's no target player if Green Bay win the ball and looking for a counterattack. So look how quickly the Menace are stepping up and closing the spaces, though.
They get it into the middle, now outside. Atari over to Thomas. Now back to, and they'll send it back and reset it here. But you're right, they're just rushing up quickly on the counter.
Yeah, the counterattacks are quick. They've got some pace in this team.
Lob it to the outside. Trying to work through the defenders. Now take it away by Briggs. And they're still trying to get it out there under pressure. Knocked around. And that'll go to Green Bay.
The Menace have some quality in their team, especially on the width and the wide areas. They've overloaded the central area of the field with the box, and here we look like we're going to have the long throw again. Coming on the far side of the field.
Here it is. Headed back by Green Bay.
They defended that really well with the player in front and the player at the back.
And now a throw by Green Bay. Taken away quickly by the Menace. They'll drop it back now. And up into the middle. Suarez, he'll drop it. And now they go deep. Up ahead again. Thomas gets pushed down. There's a foul on Green Bay. And it'll be a free kick for the Menace. Green Bay just having trouble adjusting to that speed and the attack early on, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. There's some explosive pace in this Menace team. Notably, Thomas on the right-hand side, and then you've got Aji breaking from the midfield. He's got some pace about him. There's some crafty players in there from what I've seen. And it looks like Harvino has come across.
Yeah, Dwyer and Harvino. Harvino will left foot it. And goal!
Harvino with the in-swinger with the left foot, and it was Aji coming in on the far post to pick up the ball that was nodded across, that was headed across. And 10 minutes in, we're at 2-0.
Yep. And we'll see the replay here on the free kick. Heads toward the left there, headed in, and then as you said, Adji right there to send that in. Did you see who got the header there? Was that?
The Holiday Inn Hotel and Suites, Des Moines Northwest, is the official hotel of your Des Moines Menace.
It was the towering centre back, Shelton, leapt like a salmon on the far post to head the ball across for RG. Great positioning, no challenge. But take note of the delivery that was played in by Harvino. It was an in-swinger with the left foot, swung in onto the 6-yard box, which actually caused issues for Green Bay.
Yeah, because he had everybody looking that way. Hadji just was there all alone behind the keeper to clean that up, wasn't he?
Yeah, and it's well positioned. I mean, you know, these guys have been working hard over the last couple of weeks, and I think, you know, obviously that set plays is all part of the sessions and that, but you can see it's textbook. You can see it's detailed. The coaching staff have probably put in a lot of work with this. So far, I'm impressed with the quality of the players and the style of play right now.
Well, it'll be a throw on the far side for Green Bay as they just try to settle things down a bit and get moving on their end, and that'll go out for a goal kick for the Menace.
Yeah, Green Bay have got some thinking to do here. I mean, they've got to keep their shape. They've got to pick up. They got caught ball watching. So the Menace look direct again. They pin them back in their half.
Up into the middle, trying to get control of it. And a foul will be called on the Menace.
Trading your Menace ticket for 10% off your next meal or drink at the Royal Mile.
Boy, Borner, he really, he is, as you said, got some good size there in the middle. Now the Menace, they win it back. They'll set it back to the right side. Looking up the outside, Thomas is over there, but now they'll turn it back. And
that's well played out there on the far side. In the build-up, great technique to move the ball quickly. 1 and 2 touch.
Well, they drop it back to Skelton. Over to Suarez. Suarez looks up the field. Stops now. Lob it up there. And possession for a moment by Green Bay. And now up the far side and out to Green Bay.
Shape's looking really good for the Des Moines Menace. Very well organized, in sync. Press at the right time as a unit. Drop off and shape up.
Drop it back to Owen Johnson, the keeper.
As Kamatani was coming flying in there. Didn't quite angle it enough for the goalkeeper, Antonio, to play the ball to our left-hand side towards the commentary position.
And battle for it, and it goes out. And Green Bay will throw it in. Menace pressuring still. And now foul called on the far side against Green Bay. And the Menace will put it into play. Back up to Dwyer. And they'll drop it back again. And that'll go out to Green Bay. Throw it in quickly. Hill down the sideline. Battling for it, and that'll be a goal kick. Good defending by the Menace.
Yeah, a matter of formality. They're just shielding the ball out as they look to play out the back here. Under pressure, but they're dealing with it as they build up. Some good work on the far side there by Green Bay. Misplaced pass inside.
Drop it back. Now up ahead. Back into the middle. And the foul will be called. That'll be on Green Bay. It'll give a free kick to the Menace.
As you got fouled, but you can see the difference here. The speed of actions are so much quicker as the ball's coming in. The players are playing the ball first time, like that particular pass around the corner there. I think it was Alvaldo. Played the ball around the corner first time. And when you're doing that, you're going to catch the opposition napping at times as we look here to in swing with the left foot.
Urbino ready to kick it. Sends it in, and the Green Bay player collides with his keeper. They're able to clear it out, though. Back through, still rattling around, and finally Johnson dives on it. Or Chavez, rather, dives on it. Now, Green Bay trying to get something going. Up ahead on the outside.
Here's a test here on the left-hand side.
Ranich
manages to go around Shelton, but the cover came in. I believe Thomas.
Horde back over. Mariano sends it outside. And the Menace will send it out for a throw for Green Bay. And the Menace to the ball first. Quickly on the counter, up ahead. A little too much.
A little bit too much on the pass. Alvaldo possibly could have taken that for a few more touches on the inside. Kamatani was covered by two defenders, made it really difficult for him.
And that'll be a foul on the Menace and a free kick now for Green Bay. Hodge with the foul. They bring it over here to Mariano. He gets it to Hill. Now take it away.
This could be dangerous here.
Into the middle. Outside.
Harvino was gone like lightning just then. He was like, if the switch was on, he was gone. He had 40 yards of space to work with on the far left-hand side.
Now up. Mariano kicks it back. Now taken by Borner.
Borner, no. Dwyer combining really well there with the ball going out to Thomas.
Thomas back, trying to get it back in the middle. Back to Thomas. Now inside. And they keep the pressure on, but now cleared by Green Bay. And
deliberate foul just to slow the game down as Green Bay were looking to counterattack.
Piera falls down, and they'll get the free kick. And Alvita was over there defending. Now it's out, and it'll be a throw for Green Bay. And they try to lob it into the middle. They get it there, headed back, but there's nobody there on the run. Coming over, finally, is Hill.
Horde on the ball.
Drops it to Horde. Now inside. Trying to turn it across the goal wide.
Now that was dangerous. Horde actually looks very dangerous. He got on the ball there, but a good combination there with Hill down the left-hand side, and Horde cut it onto his right. Playing a little crafty little ball in between the two defenders into Antonio, who just put the ball wide, but to the left-hand side of Trent. But I mean, you get a chance like that and you score, you're back in the game.
Looking for a fun soccer program this summer? Make plans for a Menace camp and learn directly from the Menace's USL League.
Holden, Trent Holden, yeah.
Menace camps provide a mix of games and drills for boys and girls ages 3 to 14 of all
the Menace now.
Experience. Sign up today at the information table or at menacesoccer.com/camps.
And now they've got his name listed as Holden Trent and Trent Holden. In the program, it's Trent Holden, so we'll go with that. Huh?
Yeah, for those viewers that are watching, my apologies for the...
No problem. It's early going.
I know.
You're a little excited, man. You're excited to get back here and watch, aren't you?
I'm just excited to be here again and not stuck with my feet up at home during the pandemic, and it's just an absolute relief, to be honest with you.
I hear you. I know what you mean. I think there's a lot of people that way. Thomas drops it back.
A big gap between the lines, but good press there and from Green Bay. Pereira.
Now they're lobbing it all the way up. We're looking for odds there, but
now when the Menace break that first line in the central areas, moving to zone 3 and attacking third, once they do that, they have so much space to work with. Not just the space, the technical ability to match, the athletic ability is just, it's dynamic.
Outside, a little too much pace on that. It'll be a goal kick. Warner set it up ahead. Now here's Antonio Chavez with the kick. Good boot. Way deep.
There's a little push in the back. Push in the back on Antonio.
Ronic goes down, and it'll be a free kick for Green Bay. Pereira will take the kick. And sends it straight in and knocked away. Now quickly back, but
well covered there at the back there by Green Bay. Pereira looks like a good player for them.
Now slides it up, tried to get it up ahead and through.
Now that's a little bit better from Green Bay. To build up the quick 1-2s and then trying to just split the back line. A little bit too much on the ball. The Menace were positioned, and plus the goalkeeper Holden were positioned correctly, so at the end of the day it was easier to clean up.
Now the Menace will try to turn it back around.
Lovely entry ball there with a flick
through.
On.
Yep.
Aji on the right-hand side.
Takes it down to touchline. Looking. Drops it back. Over to Borner. Borner lobs it in there, headed out. Menace kick control. Borner again sends it to the left side.
That was a lovely ball, and the deliveries from left and right have been perfect, pinpoint.
Up ahead, now back to the middle and off the defender. That'll go for a throw.
It's a lovely piece of combination play there from Fernandez, who pushed forward, is playing in the left back position in the back three. But actually, that was a lovely passage of play, a couple of 1-2s. And the quick interchanging combinations around the box is how you're going to break the opposition up and pull them sideways.
Here's Alvita ready to throw it in. Headed back.
Counter looks like it's on. Good ball played in behind.
Ahead, now slow it, turn it.
By Markanic.
Gets by the defender. But the Menace back quickly on defense. Send it outside to Horde.
Give yourself a chance to win by playing Chuck for a buck at halftime.
And
you can purchase your Red
now
River
they'll drop
balls
it back again
to
rebuild it.
Just head down to the table and
Ashford sends it to the right side.
$1 ball, $5 for 6 balls. You can test your accuracy and compete for prizes from the Holiday Inn and Suites.
See how the Menace has just dropped off and shaped up, made it compact behind the ball.
Hill with it. Lobs it up through, but it's headed back. Now Horde comes in and knocks it ahead. And
that was Shelton coming through with a slide tackle. But it was a good piece of cover play from the O'Dwyer earlier.
Well, here's Hill to throw it in for Green Bay. Drops it in, gets it back. He'll switch fields, take it all the way across. Trying to sneak it through the defense.
Couple of players are open on the far post for Green Bay.
Up into the middle, turns and fires it high.
And the Menace were just caught napping at that one moment there because the entry ball was fantastic. Player receiving it, if they were on the half turn quick enough, could have maybe done a bit better with that quality. Just wasn't good enough.
So here's Trent Holden, the keeper, to kick it out of there on the goal kick. Into a little bit, there's a slight breeze here tonight, not a lot, but blowing toward the north goal, which the one of the Menace are defending right now. Menace will throw it in. Menace scored in the 3rd minute and the 5th minute here, early going to take an early 2-0 lead. Starting to see Green Bay get back a little bit here.
Yeah, easing into the game now. I think that the Menace have just taken their foot off the brake for a bit, just settled in, just keeping it compact. I mean, they've been going 100 miles an hour since the start. I mean, they've been going, pressing and working hard. They've been rewarded in the first 8 minutes with 2 goals. Now it's a matter of maintaining it, winning the ball, keeping possession as they find Adji on the far left with the overload coming in on the left-hand side with Hervino.
Here he comes. Takes it toward the middle, but it's taken away by the defender, Ashford. Now back, counter the other way. Green Bay. Cleared out by the defender.
You see, Green Bay need to be careful with the overloads going forward and pressing players forward because now they'll leave gaps in behind. Just like then, they received the ball, they play it in, and Adji was gone, and Hervino was supporting him on the left-hand side as well. So, although they're enjoying a piece of possession here, trying to break the Menace down, they just have to be aware of spaces left in behind. It's a good piece of skill there.
Trying to get it up through to Horde. And Holden sends it out wide there, looking for Hodge, and referee says play on. Here we go. And
now that's a foul.
Yeah, that's going to be a yellow.
See, they're going to complain about the earlier one, but I do believe that Horde was actually looking for a foul for Green Bay there, and then it's just a retaliation on Aji, unfortunately. So just a retaliation on the original one that wasn't given, but obviously Horde was looking for it.
Yeah,
you know.
he was. And that showed, too, how quick the Menace are when they turn and just boom.
You know, I've seen some of the teams in the past, and they were quick. I tell you what, they counter quickly, and they squeeze the lines very, very fast.
Well, it looks like they're going to get him up here. And
he just gingerly gets up, and he's limping. I think he'll be okay. As
Pereira comes over
and says, "I'm sorry, mate, but I didn't mean to do that. But, you know, I thought we were going to get the first foul." But it's great to see them go up and shake hands. I mean, it's all part of the game.
So here's Orvino set again. His first kick. Or second kick, I guess it was, set up the second goal. This one a little bit.
Let's see if this
deeper.
is something like the same here from Harvino.
He sent it toward the middle. Bends in now.
In swinger, just a little bit shallow though.
And that'll go out to the Menace.
Antonio just didn't manage to get control of the ball.
Suarez throws it in, and here Menace sent it to the far side. Up ahead. It was handled by Kamatani, now back the other way.
There's a foul on Pereira. He'll look to take it quickly, but the rest of his teammates weren't ready. He'll probably look to drive this ball, plays it short.
Gets it back now.
Dwyer picks it up in the midfield.
Yeah.
Just doesn't get control of it as he was closed down by two players.
They drop it back. To go up the sideline, Menace step in again.
Quicken to change passing.
Right up through to Hodge. Now back. A little pressure. And that'll get through to Holden.
Thomas was coming invertedly earlier on into the half space in a central area looking for the ball. He's determined. Wants to get on the ball. Lovely ball played him behind here.
Tries to turn it. Sends it in and a little high. And we'll go out. Green Bay will throw it in. 12 minutes remaining here, first half. Menace up 2-0.
Harvino.
Yeah, Harvino.
Sees he doesn't have any options and goes back.
Borner up ahead. Outside. Aj sends it in. Oh!
Aji looking for the acrobatic bicycle kick.
Now he's still got a chance here. Back in. And Horde tries to clear it, and he does. Back the other way. two defenders back there.
Shelton cleans up. It's Borna picking up the pieces, starting the attack again. With that man, Horvino from France on the left.
Furniture Options is proud to sponsor the Des Moines Menace. Don't let furniture slow down.
Menace will drop it back.
Stay. It's easy to get your rental furniture set up in just a day with the chic collections and fantastic customer service at Furniture Options.
Looking up, he's got Carmentani in the middle, but defender steps in, and there'll be a push over there, a free kick for Green Bay.
The Menace are actually doing really well, just keeping the ball side to side, and as soon as they pull one of the, I mean, Horvino's got so much space on the left-hand side because the right back keeps getting pulled sucked into the midfield, or getting pulled too far in, and they're just breaking them down the left-hand side with these split passes.
Their doctors take great pride in offering the best vision care possible for your entire family.
And
Visit www.vision-park.com for more information.
we're going to a drop ball back here for the keeper. Let's see why they stopped it. Was somebody injured up there? Or?
It was the initial injury. I think they're making a change. Yep. So Briggs, I believe, has gone off. And it looks like Jaden Stevenson has come in. He's slotted in up front to the number 9 position.
And here's the kick.
Ball played just over the top. Adji's looking to close down. Vino picks it up with his left foot.
Just wide.
Just goes wide of the far post. Horvino has been a threat down the left-hand side in that 11 in the 3-4-3 system that the Des Moines Menace are playing.
Deep kick with the win, and foul called on the Menace.
Shelton he's a presence back there, old Shelton. It's like a brick wall. He just towered over, and the lad that just came in, Stevenson, he's a big lad as well. I mean, he just towered over him. I just don't really know how that was a free kick, but
put it into play.
See if the Menace, lovely turn there in the midfield.
Up ahead, trying to stick with it, but loses control. Now headed back out. Sent up by Hill. Taken away.
Oh, great ball
Suarez.
played inside there by Suarez.
Up ahead. And he knew he was offside, so he let it go. The AR was here ready to raise the flag, so
yeah,
he could tell immediately.
The ball, I think, either should have gone a little bit earlier. I believe that was Alvaldo. But he was going at so much pace, he might as well just take it on his own. Adji did a good job pulling some defenders away, but it should have gone earlier. And the pace of the pass, Adji slowed down his run, and then the pace of the pass was way too fast for him.
And he saw he was going to be offside, so he just let it go through for the goal kick. Now back the other way.
Adji again.
Yeah,
His first touch let him down.
Outside. Back across, looking for
Harvino's.
Harvino.
Yeah, Harvino's delivery there had to be pinpoint because Adji was the only player in the middle against 2-3 defenders.
Knocked down, dropped back by Horde. Green Bay trying to clear it out of there.
And pressure there. Yeah. Pereira did well.
Back to Holden.
He's going to take his time with about close to 5 minutes left in the half. I think the Menace will be very, very happy going into halftime at 2-0 up. They've had a few chances though.
Drops in there. Knocked away. And that'll go back to Green Bay. And up ahead.
Fernandez on the far side. Just clearing the ball with the header.
Green Bay again looking under pressure, and that's be a foul called on the Menace.
Menace are very organized with the press in the central areas. Through the midfield.
Over to Hughes. Hughes. Back to Pereira. He sends it way up.
Easily picked up there.
And up through.
It was actually O'Dwyer just drops into that hole there just to block out the ball played through the long boys. He's got time from that distance of about 60 yards, 50, 60 yards. He's got time to drop in. Textbook, very detailed.
Menace drop it back to the keeper.
Dealing with the pressure well.
Move it up. Outside. And just Dwyer runs over it. Dwyer runs by it just a bit there. Now Green Bay back the other way. They'll be called advantage there, so they kept on. And now back to Holden.
I mean, Green Bay have found a way back into this game. They just need a little more going forward in the final third to try and break down the Menace. But they have actually had a couple of passes, split passes that have been played in, but they just haven't had the final product in the technique at the end.
Well, we talked about the Lightning before the game, but it was kind of the lightning shock of the Menace scoring so early here.
That was thunder and lightning in the first 8 minutes, that's for sure. I tell you what, Green Bay didn't know what hit them.
They were just trying to recollect themselves. They've kind of done that now here as we've gone on.
Yeah, and it took them a while.
And up ahead to Thomas, now back. Yeah, we talked about it too. You're a new team. You're trying to figure out where you're at, where you're going in this first match. Up ahead now. And that'll be a corner, our first corner of the night.
And I tell you what, Alvaldo, he does really well. He's very sharp with how he comes in between the lines, especially when you're going from the middle third to the final third. And no one's really tracking him, and he's finding those little pockets of space, and he turns on the half turn like there. He just he received the ball, and he played a ball through for Adji. I mean, it was. If you watch him carefully, he's really good at this. He's very, very sharp.
He takes a corner, swinging in. Headed back in, almost in again, and then wide.
It looks like it's a corner. given by the official on our near side. But again, there's a threat. There's an aerial threat on set pieces with the Des Moines Menace. I mean, they first to the ball. These in-swingers are causing problems. As you can see, we can have another in-swinger here.
Coming in. This time it'll be Corvino taking the kick. There it is, swings in, headed up high. The keeper punches it out.
That was actually a very, very good in-swinger. I believe that was could have been Kamatani that came across it. Timed his run well. The in-swinger was really good. It was great technique. But you can see that near post run just didn't quite get there.
The Menace will throw it in here as clock winding down in the first half.
Now it's on the referee's time here now for injuries and so forth, which I think will be about a minute.
Yeah, extra time.
Any bets on that, Dar?
Yeah, I'd say you're about right on that.
About a minute?
About a minute, yeah.
Do you have crypto?
Back toward the middle. And
there you go! I believe that was Horvino.
Yeah.
Horvino, the Frenchman, slots the ball into the top corner. What a great goal that was. Looking forward to seeing the replay, but it was a build-up on the right-hand side. I believe it was Thomas with the...
Here we go.
The ball in... No, was it? But what a great strike. Top left-hand corner by Horvino. That man from France. It was a fantastic strike. Hit it first time with his left foot into the top corner, swinging away from the goalkeeper. That was just pure quality on the strike.
Just a rocket into that corner.
I don't think anybody would have. It was like a hot potato going in there. I don't think anybody would have saved that, to be honest with you.
So in extra time here still. And we haven't been given an indication how much extra time there is, but if it was a minute, they should be about through with that. The Menace will throw it in. About to go into halftime up 2-0, but end up going in. The way it stands right now, 3-0.
It's a good lead to go into halftime. 2-0 is always a bit dodgy because you're always susceptible with that one goal. But here again, the Menace look to go.
And that'll be it. That'll be the half. The Menace up 3-0 here at the half. We'll take a break. We'll come back and run down the first half scoring here after this on CISN.TV.
More Iowa in the Iowa Tap Room than you may realize. Housed in a building nearly as old as Iowa itself, the Iowa Tap Room greets you with a harvest of 120 Iowa craft beers on tap from all corners of the state. And the food doesn't get much more Iowa than this. The Iowa Tap Room, all Iowa beer, one amazing place.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead. Lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Central Bank opened its doors in 1877 and has been proud to call Iowa home ever since. For more than a century, our family-owned business has worked hand-in-hand with friends and neighbors across the state to make their dreams a reality. Come visit us at our new location on Hickman and Waukee and see how Central Bank can make it happen for you.
Pizza by the rules? No thanks. That's never been our style. At Fong's, we're all about making great pizza with handmade crust and premium toppings. From a new spin on the classics and truly Iowan originals to our world-famous crab rangoon, this is how Fong's does pizza. Side your pizza with one of our signature appetizers and a tiki drink. Eat in or take out. Ankeny, Drake neighborhood on Forest, and downtown.
3, 2, 1. Here at Valley Stadium, the Des Moines Menace up 3-0 over Green Bay. Dar Danielson, Justin Vorster here, and a long wait to get back to action, but it didn't take the Menace very long to get the ball in the goal. 3 minutes in, Chandler O'Dwyer put it in, and it was 1-0. And then off the that was the header off the second one, was Aji with 5 minutes in, and it was up 2-0. And then it looked like time ran out. We were into extra time there, and Orvino got the goal in extra time, and it's 3-0 right before the half. So you're saying, you go into 2-0, and it's maybe not so bad for Green Bay because it took them a while to get collected after that early goal. But 3-0, then that just makes it a little bit tougher coming out of that halftime break.
I'm going to take a step back here, Doug, because I'm just impressed with how the Menace are playing. At this point,
well, the start of the
first game of the season, and they came out absolutely just going, and I mean just all over Green Bay. And it took Green Bay were trying to figure out, shifting, trying to get organized. Then the Menace scored the first goal with O'Dwyer, and then 5 minutes later they scored again with Shelton's, Hervano with the in-swinger.
Kick, yeah.
Shelton towering above. He was just leapt like a salmon and nodded it across the goal, and Aji came in. So they're just 2-3 steps ahead of Green Bay with their movements, So, I mean, that's really, really impressive. I mean, that first 20-minute spell was unbelievable. So, I mean, it was just really good for the first game of the season, to be honest with you.
And what I've been impressed with, too, even on I think the second goal, they kind of know where their position is in front of that goal when they're there. He headed it back and then in, and it's just like, and I guess that's just soccer. You played soccer for years. You know where you're going to be when that corner comes in and stuff. But they also seem like they know where their teammates are going to be at this point.
Yeah, and it's instinctive with a lot of these guys. I mean, and it's also, any ball that's played over into the far post area with an in-swinger or out-swinger, and, for example, Shelton headed it across the goal, you've always got to have that runner coming in, and that's what it was. Aji just came in, and he just got in behind the defender and just got his right foot to it. I mean, it was so smooth in the movements, and Green Bay were just too slow to react. And it's going to be an issue if they carry on like that, because I can foresee 6-7 goals here if they don't sort it out.
So we're at halftime here, and they have the festivities on. The ever-popular Chuck for a Buck is back, doing that again this year. But fans out here, and it warms your fans up, too, when you score that quickly, doesn't it? And it's a little cool out after the rain, but that'll warm the fans up real quick.
Yeah, moving forward, I tell you what, I'd encourage the fans to come out and watch this football, because there's some entertaining football here, or soccer, and plus the halftime show. I mean, the kids would love that. I mean, this is what it's all about, isn't it? Get your family out here, come and watch the games and have a bit of fun. But people are still like the COVID pandemic, and, just easing back into things, Yeah,
and hopefully that'll open up with the masks mandate taken off and that. And so, anyway, we're 3-0 here, half. Des Moines Menace over Green Bay. We're going to take a break. We'll do that. We'll come back with more after this on CISN.TV.
Not all used vehicles are created equal.
DeArmond certified used vehicles have a big advantage. All makes and models 2011 or newer with under 75,000 miles receive a 175-point inspection, Carfax report, 2 oil changes, collision deductible coverage, and wheel, dent, and windshield repair.
Also, all DeArmond certified come with 2 warranties. A 1-year 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper and a 2-year 100,000-mile powertrain. Only sold at the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola.
With over 260 beers on tap, El Bait Shop isn't just another craft beer bar. It's the best. Beer lovers know. El Bait Shop, 200 Southwest 2nd, Des Moines.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away. Delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
The Chicken in Orilla is a classic roadhouse joint serving chicken any way you want. All hand-cut, hand-breaded, and 100% satisfying. Chicken, just like your mama used to make. Bring the whole fam for all their favorites, and chicken so good you'll know why we could only call ourselves the Chicken. In the middle of nowhere, but just minutes from everywhere.
Here at halftime, Des Moines Menace over Green Bay, 3-0. Dar Danielson, Justin Vorster on CISN.TV. Let's take a look now at the replays in the first half. The first goal, 3 minutes in, and this came off the throw-in, as you see.
That was a long throw from Horvino, which was just flicked on.
And then headed in by Chandler O'Dwyer. That was in the 3rd minute, so early on. The Menace came out firing, and then just a couple minutes later, off the free kick, the foul. And here's the free kick coming up, headed in, and then Aji just cleans it up. Aji on the right side.
Yeah, it wasn't just Aji. There was a couple of players making those runs, so if the first one didn't get it, Aji was going to get it anyway, so...
And then the third one came in extra time here. And we'll see it nice across over there and just
some great
rocket.
Great technique there by the Frenchman, Horvino. Left foot bending away from the keeper into the top corner.
Yeah.
Pure quality on that strike.
And that's where we stand at 3-0 here in the first half. And for the Menace, they will... They have this home opener, and then they're on the road for a little bit here before they get back. They'll be on the road for a couple at St. Louis, and then they'll meet up with Green Bay again at the end of May, and then Caw Valley on June 5th, and then back here June 10th against Des Moines United and Caw Valley. So they've got this one, and then they go on the road for a few. But so far early on, you talked about it. You liked the energy and the action early on out of Des Moines Menace.
Yeah, and, with the USL too, a lot of these players, obviously all of them, in fact, are linked to universities all over the country. So college coaches can always ask for their players back at any stage based on how many games they're playing. Injuries and so forth, don't want their players to get injured. So, I'd love to see the Menace maintain most of these players. I was speaking to the general manager, Charlie Bales, prior to the match. We were discussing that, just the connection with the colleges, and obviously with, McKeever, the head coach for the Menace, who's done a wonderful build-up job here so far. Is that connection and trying to hold on to those players so they don't get released back to the colleges, because it's a solid unit that they've got here.
And if you're a college coach, you like having your players go out and against some top competition. It just hones your skill that much more, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. But some of these college coaches they actually just say, I want my player to play X amount of games. Don't overload them, and stuff like that. There's a lot more to it behind the scenes as well, Dar. So, I mean, like I said, I mean, the amount of games that they're going to play now, from now until the postseason, it'll be interesting to see. I'd love to see postseason the same players on the starting lineup.
We're at halftime here, 3-0 Des Moines over Green Bay. The Menace over Green Bay. We'll take another break, and we'll be back with more after this on CISN.TV.
With over 260 beers on tap, El Bait Shop isn't just another craft beer bar. It's the best. Beer lovers know. El Bait Shop, 200 Southwest 2nd, Des Moines.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
There's a new spin on casual dining near Drake University. Lucky Horse Beer and Burgers. Craveable faves, flatbreads, delicious burgers, frozen cocktails, and a crazy cool vibe. Get to Lucky Horse Beer and Burgers today.
Central Bank opened its doors in 1877 and has been proud to call Iowa home ever since. For more than a century, our family-owned business has worked hand-in-hand with friends and neighbors across the state to make their dreams a reality. Come visit us at our new location on Hickman and Waukee and see how Central Bank can make it happen for you.
There's more Iowa in the Iowa Tap Room than you may realize. Housed in a building nearly as old as Iowa itself, the Iowa Tap Room greets you with a harvest of 120 Iowa craft beers on tap from all corners of the state. And the food doesn't get much more Iowa than this. The Iowa Tap Room, all Iowa beer, one amazing place.
Pizza by the rules? No thanks. That's never been our style. At Fong's, we're all about making great pizza with handmade crust and premium toppings. From a new spin on the classics and truly Iowan originals to our world-famous crab rangoon, this is how Fong's does pizza. Side your pizza with one of our signature appetizers and a tiki drink. Eat in or take out. Ankeny, Drake neighborhood on Forest, and downtown. Fong's Pizza.
Here at halftime, the Menace over the Voyageurs of Green Bay, 3-0. And I mentioned the upcoming schedule. Let's take a look at what we have. It'll be Thursday, June 10th. They're back here against Des Moines United, the Menace are, and you can, as you see there on the screen, you can watch it live on CISN.TV. And then on the 12th, so it'll be a Thursday, Saturday matchup there. And they'll take on Caw Valley. And one of the teams they've played quite a bit through the years, Caw Valley. And we'll see them match up again there. And we'll see. They have 4 games on the road before they return here. Quick start here. We'll see how they do as they go on the road. And this team progresses. But, talked about a good start here tonight, Justin.
Yeah, and hopefully, hopefully they can pick up some points on the road. I think that'll be important. I mean, if they can get 12 points out of the 4 games on the road, they'll set the standard for the league. And, I don't want to predict things now, but the way they're playing at this point in time, I mean, they have, from what I've seen, a good chance to be at the top. With the quality they have. However, we don't know what Caw Valley look like in St. Louis. I mean, they always come up with a few tricks up their sleeve, and they always have a couple of quality players that can cause some issues. So, I mean, it as always with this league, it's up and down. But the Menace have always been consistent. I just want to see this year, can they be consistent and take it all the way?
We mentioned they were 2 years ago undefeated. They lost in the opener. Then 2019 they got all the way to the semifinals and lose in a shootout. So, yeah, pushed it right up there and have been always in contention. And they get the new 45 up on the clock. Looks like Green Bay is out, and the Menace not yet out of the locker room.
I'd be interested to see what kind of changes they make as well, coming out for the second half. I think it'll be important that they start with high momentum, and pushing forward, just like they did in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, because it'd be easy to come out and say, oh, we're up 3.
Yeah.
Oh, we just can close this out, but still, I think a lot they want to see, how these different players fit in, and they've gelled real well in that first half. Were able to seem like everybody was finding the passes and everybody was moving to the right spot, kept the shape and everything well. So we'll see how they do here as we get the second.
Actually, I saw one of the officials running to the locker room. You don't want them getting fined. I'm not sure if there's a fine if you're late coming out for the second half. I know in the pro leagues there is.
Well, the officials are here now. Here come the Menace out of the locker room. Hopefully, they weren't having pizza in there at halftime and that too much,
No, we're the only ones that are allowed pizza to be on. Yeah. Well, I tell you what, we've spoken about the players and the coaches and the teams, but I tell you what, the officials have done a good job so far in the first half. I think they made the right decisions.
Yeah, it was kind of got fast there, and Green Bay was trying to do some stuff to catch up, and there was a little contact here and there. But as you said, you probably made the right decisions on that, and then it really hasn't gotten too physical after that because Green Bay kind of settled in, and they were getting some more attacks going in that, and it kind of just developed into more of a normal game once Green Bay kind of recovered after that initial surge there.
Yep.
And so the Menace are trickling out of the locker room slowly here. But
yeah, as long as they come flying out at the start of the second half.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So they got all 11 out here to get it started.
It's probably a detailed team talk as far as how they should come out for the second half. They've got to keep the momentum going.
And we got the next match in 3 days. Or no, we got longer than that. Is it? No, it is 3 days. So you got a little bit of time, but so here we go. The Menace will kick it off to start the second half. And looks like same lineup in there to start it off. And up the sideline they go.
Adji breaks the line there from the midfield.
And sliding is Ashford to knock it out. And the Menace will throw it in. Or excuse me, that was a corner.
It's going to be an in-swinger.
Comes in a little long on that one. And that'll go all the way out for a goal kick.
That was Borna chasing. It didn't quite get to it.
Now they have the wind with them a little bit here. Not a heavy wind, but just a little bit coming out, heading to the north. And Chavez will boot it out of there for Green Bay.
Congested there in the midfield.
Hill trying to knock it up ahead for Green Bay. It stays with Green Bay, and he'll throw it in. Looking in the middle for Briggs. Free kick for Green Bay.
Menace holding a high line. It looks like it's going to be played short.
Now over to Ashford. Ashford drops it back.
We have taken proactive measures to make each match day at Valley Stadium as safe and contactless as possible.
Headed back.
Shelton again at the back.
We encourage all fans to visit menacesoccer.com.
Knocked through by Piera.
For a complete guide to our match day policy.
Horde.
Did well there, Horde. Carried on his run. Still carried on his run.
Menace tried to turn it back out. Drop it.
Back into Holden, who switches play.
It's Fernandez over. Go back.
Nice little combination. Little 1-2. Fernandez is full of energy.
Sends it out wide. Haji tried to sneak it through there. He'll get the corner.
You had Fernandez still carrying on his run, and then Kamatani peeling off to the far post, just on the blind side of the defender off the shoulder.
Setting up for the corner on the far side. Urbino. Swinging in. And just over.
Just slightly overhit it. Still a dangerous ball, and he whips that ball in with pace. Wraps his left foot around it.
Chavez set it up and kick it out.
Yeah, Green Bay going to look to go direct.
Skelton got ahead on it early. Now up ahead into the middle.
Kamatani claiming to have been fouled. Urbino carried on his run. Great ball played in though by O'Dwyer.
And right to the keeper.
It's a quick combination with O'Dwyer and Horvino. For Horvino to break the line, didn't quite get enough on his strike. It was easy for the goalkeeper, Chavez.
Pressure put on by the Menace. Try to clear it out of there now. Back to the other side. Settles it, sends it across.
Shelton tracking his runner there, Stevenson. Good pressure, handles him well.
Trying to send it across, but it's knocked away.
Spent too much time on the ball, indecisive of where he was going to go with it. Was closed down quickly. Kamatani winning the ball.
And throw in Menace. Looking for Haji up there. Green Bay.
Menace are buzzing around the midfield. They're closing down quickly. They're not allowing Green Bay any time and space on the ball to play out as they find Haji with loads of space.
Sends it over to the right side here to Horvino. Morvino across the middle, header.
What a fantastic goal there. Was that Kamatani? I believe so.
Yep, Hugo Kamatani.
But we can't take away the pressure on the far side, the pressing on the far right-hand side. The Menace applied to Green Bay, and then the switch came into Haji, then played into...
There's the replay, you see it.
As you see how Vino on the ball commits the defender, plays a beautiful ball, and what a header there. It was just so precise for the Menace to go 4-0 up.
Just perfectly. Like you draw it up, isn't it?
It was whipped in. I mean, it was a perfect ball, and the time run from Kamatani was absolutely pinpoint perfect, and he just guided the ball with his head into the top goalkeeper's right-hand corner, and he just couldn't get even a fingertip to it. But it was all about the delivery and the build-up, which was fantastic.
Kamatani out of Kashima, Japan, University of Nebraska, Omaha. And he gives him goal number 4. Up the assist from Horvino. Menace back.
They look to break the lines here really easily. It's a great movement there.
And now that'll sneak through for...
And that was Alveda again. He did so well to break the line there. What's his name? Thomas wasn't quite in sync with him, but he just played a quick ball in again. I mean, it was... I think once the season goes on, these players really get to know each other. They'll just start moving off the ball for each other.
And substitution here for Green Bay. Was Patrick Yim in for Green Bay. For the Voyageurs. Now Holden. Boots it a little too much out there. Was looking for Horvino. That rare sidewinder left kick, and it went all the way out. Well, Green Bay tries to lob it in between the two defenders.
Looks like Yim's come onto the right back position.
And now just snuck by the post. There, De Castro.
Yeah, Antonio with some good movement. Managed to just fake the one, struck the ball with his left foot. It was deflected and went for a corner. So
just about trickled in as it was, but
I mean, I shouldn't say at this point a consolation goal. I mean, anything can happen in soccer, football.
It'll be the first corner of the night for Green Bay. And Millette will come in to take it. Right across.
Outswinger, it's cleared.
Yeah.
Just managed to clear the lines to the far left-hand side. It was a great tackle. Going square, which is intercepted.
Played up, headed up. And Green Bay trying to get a hold of it. Kim rather. Now he'll drop it back as pressure by the Menace again. Now up ahead into the middle, and just was looking for Stevenson there. Horde was.
Founded in 1856, Hubbell Realty Company.
Holden looks to play out the back quickly. Very, very composed technically at the back there, the Menace look. with Suarez, Shelton, and Fernandez, including the goalkeeper. Holden is good with his feet, and that's important in goalkeeping as well. Distribution is a key component of the goalkeeping curriculum nowadays.
Knowing where to get it out of trouble and clear it, right?
Yeah, I mean, you look at today and age, it's literally everything's played out of the back from the goalkeepers, whether it goes short or long.
Up ahead, now back. Menace working it. And Horvino sends it to the middle. Now up the far side.
Switch of play.
Anji came in. I think he got offside, so we'll come back to the other side over to Horvino. Horvino sends it in again. Last time he did that, it ended up in the back of the neck.
Cleared away on the near post.
And there'll be a free kick for Green Bay. And
it looked to go long. Shelton up with the challenge on the big burly centre forward Stevenson for Green Bay.
Fernandez a good job there knocking it back.
They just clean it up in the midfield with Elveda, O'Dwyer and Borna.
Najee trying to turn it through the double team over there. Knocked down. They'll turn it back. Now up the side.
Horvino again down the left-hand side.
Swings it through off the keeper.
Keeper didn't manage to hold that.
Nobody there on the rebound. Nice again. Oop, that one. The official had his back turned.
Loads of space out there on the right-hand side.
And that'll come in and out for a goal kick. That's Thomas. And I think they have a sub come in, so they were.
Yeah, they're making
now they're
this change.
stopping.
Horvino's going off.
No, it's Alvida, isn't it?
Oh, so, yeah. So you're right. To be honest, he's had a very, very good game. He's buzzed all over the place. Just get some fresh legs in here.
And that is number 3, who is.
Bankers Trust is Iowa's largest privately owned financial institution. They're ready to serve your
Where's my lineup here?
And wealth management needs.
It wasn't 3, was it?
No, that's Andreasen, number 11.
Andreasen, yeah, 11, okay.
So Andreasen has come into the game, the Norwegian. And hopefully I can pronounce this right. Alsund, New Zealand, Norway.
Yeah.
Is that how I'd pronounce it? I do know he's Norwegian, though.
Norway, yeah.
He's got the blonde hair and everything, so, yep.
Sebastian Andreasen.
Andreasen, got it as he gets on the ball. Manages
him. Sends it over.
And it's a great ball. What a good ball. What a fantastic ball in there from Andreasen. Has just come in, but a perfect ball in there for Aji on the far post. Menace could have gone 5-0 up.
Well, Voyageurs trying to turn it back. And that was Kamatani who went down hard trying to get back at that ball. And now the Menace have possession back. And they'll send it out to the right. And Mallet sends it over, and that'll be out to the Menace, and we'll get another substitution here. And it'll be Horde going out for.
Horde's actually put in a shift there for, as we see here, we have. It was a great ball in there.
Michael McDougall in for Green Bay.
So again, the Frenchman, Horvino, down the left-hand side, breaking forward. Talking about Horde, he actually did put in a good shift for Green Bay. I mean, he worked extremely hard. He's got to be tired. It looked like he needed a break.
He was in a lot of the action, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And yeah, let's send it over here to Yim. Yim gets it back. To Castro. Mariano.
So back has space to dribble into.
Got Yim on the right here. They get it over to him. Pushing it up.
It's trying to keep the ball, Green Bay are, just to try and pull the Menace apart, looking for these little gaps.
And he calls advantage there. They play up. Through the middle. Oh.
Actually, it was a decent delivery played across the box, well driven on the ground. Difficult to deal with.
Just a little collision with the defender. Bay trying to get on the board.
Looks like there's a player down there for the Menace. I believe it looks Kamatani. Going down with cramp.
I was going to say, is that an issue early on? And I know it's been cool and working out there and trying to get, into a little bit of a game shape, has it? Or is it just a matter of not drinking enough?
It depends.
Replenishing your fluids, or
it depends on the athlete as well. I've heard of athletes that really suffer from cramp and that, but maybe he's just tired. The muscles are tired. He's been through a bit of work. I mean, these guys have been going for 65 minutes, literally. Mm-hmm. But they started out first 20 minutes was like
you said, on the gas, full speed.
High press, and they're pressing and closing down and counterattacking, breaking. I mean, they were overloading areas of the field. It was just, you look at the results so far, deservedly so. They're 4-0 up, the Des Moines Menace.
And now, looks like, where's my roster here?
Looks like number 15 number 15's come in. And that is Strongen.
Strongen comes in for the Menace. Storm Strongen.
Storm Strongen.
That's a good name.
We had one at 6 o'clock tonight, that's for sure.
And he's,
well, so get some fresh legs in as well, you know.
He's out of Lingfield, England, and goes to plays college at Hofstra.
Menace looking organized as they close the lines and make it compact. It's led by Shelton at the back. They look to play along.
Down to the corner and out.
Suarez had it covered anyway. So went out for a throw-in.
And we're going to have another substitution here, too.
Is that, it could be Thomas on the far side, number 16? Yes.
I think it's Phipps coming in.
Phipps. So Phipps, number 22, will slot into the right-hand side for Thomas. Strong in with the fresh legs. Andreasen closing down the goalkeeper.
Headed up by Fernandez. Nick Phipps out of Greensboro, North Carolina, High Point University. And a push there. Foul on the Menace.
Green Bay play it short this time.
Drop it back there to Chavez.
See, Strongen is just slotted into the midfield.
Fernandez drops it back. And he'll get it back.
As the ball's played back into Holden, you can see how the Menace quickly stretch the field high and wide, trying to find those passing lanes.
Up to Jovino.
Jovino goes. There's an overload here. With Jovino with the left foot.
So the
looking for the Norwegian.
Out. Got the left foot through! Goal! Jovino.
So Jovino started the first phase of the attack. Played it into Aji. First time ball, he carried on his run and got the ball back. It was absolutely brilliant. The pace that he breaks at, the whole team, 2-3 players, as you see here.
Here we go. Yep. Plays it in, crossed, and the keeper came out, and he was down. He couldn't get back. Corvino just left-footed it by there before the keeper could get back. And I think it was Strong and kind of in there who tried to slide in and knock it in.
Yeah, and yet, you know, Dahl as well was breaking forward. You know, at that particular point, you had the 3v1 overload on the left-hand side. Going forward, the quality in the final third is fantastic going forward.
And the Menace here. In the 70th minute, get on the board again. 5-0. Good opener for them.
Yeah, it's actually a quality start by the Menace.
Down the line, knocked away.
Well, that was a late tackle there on over the top on Shelton. That was naughty.
There's a yellow.
He's hurting bad. He caught him on the bridge of his foot there. I didn't see it.
Mail it. Or
he's going to get up, though. He's not happy with the officials on the yellow card decision. I mean, the way he went down, I thought it was really bad, yeah. But he gets up. He's ready to go.
Played off
strong
Bay,
in with the tackle there. Nice and solid. He's got some pace about him as well.
Dreesen heads it up ahead. Now back again. Keeps it. Takes it up. Left foot and is blocked out for a corner.
Did really well to keep the ball close to his feet, but he ran about 30 yards with no challenge. It was just forced wide. In the end, it was good defending because he was forced wide.
So Storm Strongen will come in to take the corner.
Right-footed in-swinger.
Far side, back in, and
Aji with the first-time ball in there.
Now they'll drop it back to Holden.
Suarez just played it. No, actually it wasn't. It was Phipps that played it back into into Holden to start the attack again.
Now throw for Green Bay.
Aji's going to be taken out. Substitution. Double change, actually.
And Yasicki is one of them coming in. Novello
Yasicki, defender, number 23.
And I didn't catch who the other sub was. We'll pick that up for the Menace.
Yeah, you can see Mark McKeever is now rotating the squad, getting some fresh legs in. So Yasicki is coming to the midfield.
There's Sorvino, drops it back.
Yasicki's from Ottawa, Canada.
That's a little north of here, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit north. Ottawa, Canada, where one of my good friends is from, Sean Holmes, originally.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. It looks like we're having a goalkeeper change here.
So that would be Owen Johnson.
Yes, Owen Johnson's coming in.
For Antonio Chavez. That will go out for a Green Bay throw. Well, I guess it was a free kick over there. The sideline. Now up ahead, almost poked that by, but cleared back.
That was cleaned up very tightly there by Skelton. Like I mentioned earlier, there's some great composure and technique at the back there for the Menace. Skelton, Suarez, and Fernandez.
And a foul on the far side.
Arvino is going to jog across to take it. Left-footed in swinger. Could play a quick one there, but decides not to.
That refereeing decision was brought to you by Vision Park Family Eye Care. Vision Park Family Eye Care proudly serves Central Iowa with quality eye care services and staff.
And swinging in, headed up, and the keeper will come way out. And I think they said it went out before the keeper got to it, so it'll be a corner. As he tried to run it down.
So Menace will go to set it up. Strong in on the near side to us. Right-footed in, swinger. Swinging in. And what a fantastic. Well, the goalkeeper's just come in and he's had like 2 minutes of just absolute mayhem there. But what a great corner again there by Strongen. And it was Andreasen, the Norwegian, the tall Norwegian that came through and headed it straight to him. And it just bounced around and then back into Johnson's hands. To his relief. Again, another sturdy challenge in the midfield there.
Yeah, he's come in and, as you said, he's had a little work to do. They sent it over to Fernandez. Now Arvino.
Good entry ball in, well held up there by Strongen.
And they'll switch fields.
Fernandez from left to right to the far side. 12 minutes left. The Menace are going to look to probably try and keep possession. Good ball in there by Yasiki. A little bit too much on it. Right idea though.
I think he might have been offside too if he played that. We're going to have another substitute come in.
Yeah, we have Horvino going off. Had a marvelous game today. 79 minutes of great football.
2 goals.
2 goals. His throw-ins. He had an assist. And in comes is it Walker's number 6? Is that how I pronounce it? I'll have to. He's from Toronto, Canada as well. I'm got to make sure I get this right.
Well, let me find my sheet here. Okay, where's my pronunciation?
Johnson looks to take the goal kick.
Yeah, Walkus. Rashawn Walkus.
Walkus. Yeah. I was right. For once in my life. Hey, duh.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
The first game of the season, you got one.
I know. Pretty proud of myself, to be honest with you.
Well, I don't know. I thought you were excited early. It was exciting, but
I tell you what,
I was worried you were going to burn out early there.
I tell you what, after this game, I'm going to recommend you to the comedy show down at the Bonefish Grill somewhere down there, you know.
Well, you just said that big birthday, and I don't know how if you
Oh, jeez. So you're going to be chirping me about being 50 again, aren't you?
Yeah. 50 and then
again. Back to some sort of football here. Yeah, it's always good to have a good laugh up here and a bit of banter.
Yeah.
Siki.
Menace now.
I'm sure Shelton doesn't want to be chasing the ball all over. He wants it at his feet. Walkus.
Yep. Ooh. Kept it going. Yeah, long one is high.
That was a good effort there from
And of course, these guys coming in, they're anxious to get in there and show a little bit what they can do in game action here, you know.
Absolutely.
Been a long wait for.
It's a good challenge there from Borna. But I tell you what, Borna, the German, I mean, he's gone through a bit of grafting there. He's worked hard, he's closed down, he's won tackles. He's got forward when he's needed to.
Again.
Andreasen. Again, it's covered at the back there by Suarez. Tell you what, I'm impressed with the back three. I mean, I'd be interested to see if they come up like against a really technical front line with a bit of pace to see how they do. But they look really sharp here in the first game of the season. I won't miss Walker's. He's the one in the pink boots.
Looking for Suarez, it goes out. Yeah, he's easy to pick out there.
There's Borna again. You see, just picks up the pieces and keeps it simple. Yosiki.
Yosiki again.
Played it into the part. Just keeping possession now. See out the game. 7 minutes to go. Walker's the ball inside. He's made a great run inside the right back for Green Bay.
Back in. Andreasen.
Ball into feet. Menace now stretching Green Bay.
Another corner.
Especially in the wide areas.
Fifth corner here in the second half for Menace.
Played it out short. Closed down well. Shelton spraying it out to our side, looking for Walker.
Yeah,
Siki coming in to close down. Well intercepted.
Menace with those fresh legs in there. Green Bay looking a little tired. Back up.
Stronger made the run. Good run in. Great entry ball in as well, I believe, by, I think it was Phipps, number 22.
Throw in for the Menace. Drop back. Over Walkus. Ooh.
Walker's had some time to control the ball, but you can see the space starting to open up in the 18-yard box just in around the final third.
Went up on 5 minutes regulation here. Yoseki up there battling for it now. Menace still pressuring.
Yeah, three players run the player on the ball. Andreasen with a great layoff and spins out.
Andreasen comes to the middle. Cross to Walkus. Sends it outside.
Struggling.
That'll be a throw for the Menace. Walkus.
He sets it up. Just a miss kick there by Borna. I'll let him off for that. the amount of graft he's done today in this game.
Back out to Fernandez.
Borna. Just Yosiki. They're just keeping the ball now. Matter of formality to see the game out. Coming up to 3 minutes left. Oh, he found some space in there.
Leaves it out. Keeper, it's in.
Yeah, they don't want to be silly, conceding silly goals like that, even though now it'll be a consolation goal for Green Bay. And it looks like it was Stevenson.
Yep.
As we see here.
Replay.
That was just a little bit of sloppy defending there. There's a good ball in. It just came off his chest. But it's just a lack of concentration. I mean, really, I think that's probably the only error they made, really, at the back. I mean, Mallard was allowed to come into the space and turn. He wasn't pressed. But I think what it was Shelton was more annoyed that somebody hadn't tracked with him, and I think that was the issue.
Final 2 minutes of regulation here. Walkus. Now the Menace over. Back to Walkus. Right sideline. Dreesen. Long went into the keeper.
Just a little bit too much on there. Easy for Johnson.
Into the final minute of regulation. Secchi sends it outside. Up ahead. And that'll go out to Green Bay.
Again, just a little bit too much on the pass. I think Green Bay will just be happy with that consolation, the goal they got. Good there by Walkus. Whoa. Referee's playing advantage. It's good advantage.
To Walkus. Walkus.
Good ball in by Walkus.
Back across, and that'll be out to the Menace.
Crafty little piece of skill there by Walkus. Finding a way to manipulate the ball in between the two defenders.
Throw in.
Now into the referees added time.
And down.
Yosiki with the strike. He's buzzed a bit when he's come into the game.
Far side, and Andreessen trying to run it down.
Closing down by Walkers.
And that'll do it. After 2 minutes of extra time.
The final score.
And the Menace will take the season opener 5-1 here. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll recap the scoring and recap this game after this on CISN.TV.
Not all used vehicles are created equal.
DeArmond certified used vehicles have a big advantage. All makes and models 2011 or newer with under 75,000 miles receive a 175-point inspection, Carfax report, 2 oil changes, collision deductible coverage, and wheel dent and windshield repair.
Also, all DeArmond certified come with 2 warranties. A 1-year 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper and a 2-year 100,000-mile powertrain. Only sold at the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola.
With over 260 beers on tap, El Bait Shop isn't just another craft beer bar. It's the best. Beer lovers know El Bait Shop, 200 Southwest 2nd, Des Moines.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away. Delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
The Chicken in Orilla is a classic roadhouse joint serving chicken any way you want. All hand-cut, hand-breaded, and 100% satisfying. Chicken, just like your mama used to make. Bring the whole fam for all their favorites, and chicken so good you'll know why we could only call ourselves the Chicken. In the middle of nowhere, but just minutes from everywhere.
Here at Valley Stadium, the final Des Moines Menace opened the season with a 5-1 win over Green Bay, giving up that goal late. Otherwise, we were looking at a 5-0 win there, but they give up the late one. Dar Danielson, Justin Vorster. Let's run down the scoring again here. The first goal came early on, the 3rd minute. This was off the throw-in.
Yeah, the throw-in from Horveen was flicked on at the near post, and then O'Dwyer just coming in between the defenders and just flicking the ball home.
So Chandler O'Dwyer gets the first goal of the season in the 3rd minute. Then wasn't too much later in the 5th minute here, off a free kick by Horvino.
Again, Horvino with the in-swinger, flicked across the area by Skelton and then finished by Aji.
Kingsford Aji
Shelton,
made it 2-0.
Shelton, actually, sorry.
Shelton?
Yeah, I said Skelton. I'm getting tired, though. No, I'm joking.
Then the regulation time ran out. We got into extra time, and here it came across, and Horvino just rockets that one up into the corner.
Great technique with his left foot at the top of the box by Horvino, who had a fantastic game today.
Then we go into the second half, and Kamentani, Horvino's involved in this again here, sends it across, and Kamentani heads it in.
There was so much pace on the outswinger there by Horvino, and it was just guided into the top corner there by Kamentani.
And that made it 4-0. Then Horvino was again involved in the action here. As here he is He came in.
Another great ball that was played in.
I think it was Andreessen that kind of knocked it out. Then
Yeah.
Horvino cleaned up the mess and put it right in there. And Horvino, the man of the match here. And then a late goal by Green Bay as
great movement from
bring it up, and there's Stevenson, and he pops it in there right by the keeper. And that was our final goal, 5-1. And at least Green Bay will feel good. They got a goal anyway, got on the board in the opener, but we've talked about it all night. The fast start by the Menace, that really got them going, Justin, and they just fed off that in the early part of that first half. They were just going, full speed on everything, offense, defense, and all over the place.
Yeah, I think that was it. I think basically Green Bay was shocked at the start of the game and how Menace came out. I mean, they, like I said earlier, they came out flying, and nothing was really going to stop them. I mean, they got the 2 early goals, and then the momentum just carried on from there, and they've got quality in their team. They made changes. They brought on quality. So, I mean, if they can keep this together throughout the season, I think they'll cause some issues. But it's just a matter of keeping the players healthy now.
Well, they go on the road May 18th. They'll be against St. Louis. They're on the road for 4 straight matches, and we're not back here till June 10th. So we got a little time off before we get back here with another Menace game. But it's good to get back at it with you, man.
Yeah, I'm excited, Dad. It's been a while, but we're back at it. So we're going to have some fun with this. That's awesome. I'm glad.
Well, thanks to the entire crew here tonight as the Menace open up with a 5-1 victory over Green Bay. That's going to wrap it up from Valley Stadium in West Des Moines on CISN.TV.